Hey everyone, welcome back to another video. Today I'm back at it here playing some more Clash Royale in this new season. Starting out with the Witch here. Evil Witch is really solid and it's already been nerfed, which is pretty wild, I must say. So I'm rocking a pretty traditional Hog Rider deck. I do have the Evil Witch here as well as the Evil Bomber. Just the whole idea is just to help cycle quickly, but also to do pretty good chip damage from, afar with the Evil Bomber. We'll go Bomber here anyways, and just like that, we're basically back to an Evil Witch. We're gonna go with the Inferno Tower, and I mean, for the first time, we'll be playing, Evil Witch, and we'll be getting a pretty decent interaction here as well, taking out that Firecracker. So, Hog Rider is definitely gonna make its way over. Gonna force out a really interesting Valkyrie here. Valkyrie's actually gonna get pulled back by that Hog Rider, else I would definitely have gone with the Ice Spirit to pull the opposing Valkyrie over, and just to overall, utilize the Inferno Tower to the max capability. So we're gonna drop Earthquake yet again. He's pretty trigger happy going with that with the Tesla. So watch the Evil Witch kind of do its thing, taking out that Firecracker almost for the most part. So overall, really solid interaction. I will take that. We'll go Inferno Tower right here. We'll wait for that Firecracker to kind of lock on. Then we'll go with the Ice Spirit here. Take out that Firecracker. I don't mind some, extra damage on that other side tower anyways. So all in all, really solid stuff. It's pretty typical Hog Rider deck. It's not super fast cycle, but it's fast cycle enough, I think, for now. Obviously, if you want to really trim down the elixirs, the average elixir, you can always go with log instead of arrows. You can always, just do a few things like that. Oh, he's gonna miss his Tesla by a mile, and we're gonna be in a pretty decent spot. Bomber's gonna help clean up that Hog Rider, or the skeletons on the Hog Rider. We're gonna go with the Witch here. We'll go with the Ice Spirit here as well. And that should overall be a really good counter, which does a pretty decent, has a pretty decent splash radius. We're gonna go Hog Rider here. We're gonna get that Earthquake ready for a Tesla at some point. I'm just gonna predict the Tesla, and he's not even gonna drop it. And that right there is going to be a pretty solid match, as we can easily take that other crown, other tower as well. We'll go Valkyrie here. We'll go with the Evil Witch, and that should be a pretty solid 3-crown victory right there to start out the video. Overall, all in all, pretty solid stuff. I think Hog Rider is definitely going to make a comeback with different variations, but good game, well played. Let's get on to another one. All right, next match here. So really solid stuff. Love using Hog Rider. Don't use it that often, but when something like this kind of happens, always a great time to use the Hog Rider. We're going to go and just cycle a few things here. We'll go Witch here as well. So far, I've been seeing a lot more cycle decks, or just Hog Rider decks for that matter. So, probably not the worst thing in the world. Changing things up a bit. We'll go Valkyrie here just to get that King Tower activation. This is really going to suck though. We're going to have to go Inferno Tower. But that King Tower, I think, is going to be absolutely worth it. He's going to go Inferno Dragon, which will take out my Valkyrie, but will then get taken out by my Inferno Tower. So overall, works out. He doesn't have Inferno Tower, or he doesn't have his Inferno Dragon, and he doesn't have his Mega Knight. So I really hope he doesn't have a building or something. Guards is okay because we can freeze, with the help of the Ice Spirit, and overall still get a hit off. So we'll go Bomber here, help clean that up. So I'm wondering if this is going to be a Ram Rider deck of sorts. I think Bomber might still get a hit off if he chooses to ignore it. But yeah, okay, so I'm just going to do this here. I think this is going to be okay for now. Yeah, the bats didn't lock onto the Witch. Or the Witch didn't lock onto the bats. But we should get some pretty decent healing here, especially with the help of the guards. And look at that, the Evil Witch is still alive plenty and forcing out a zap there. So we're going to go for a Hog Rider right here. And we'll, pair it with an Ice Spirit just to lag it behind just a little bit, in case he wanted to go with his Mega Knight for my Hog Rider. But all in all, Hog Rider is still going to get a few extra shots. Really nice there. So we have that Evil Bomber just, in queue and waiting. We'll cycle the Earthquake here just to get some extra chip damage and see what he does here. We'll go Witch as he goes Hog Rider, and we'll drop the Inferno Tower right here. I'm really not worried about his Mega Knight at all, so we'll see if we can go for... Oh, we're going to drop Arrow... I accidentally gave him King Tower activation. Happened last season towards the end, but all in all, not too bad here. We're just going to go with the Valkyrie here. Go with the Ice Spirit. We'll go with the Witch here as well. And Evil Witch against the Mega Knight is absolutely wild. We're going to take out that Inferno Dragon with the help of some splash damage. So all in all, not too bad here. See what he has for this. I'm just going to arrows this down. I'm really not all that worried about that. King Tower activation, it's not going to be that much of a problem. We'll go Valkyrie here in the back. Let's just get ready for, you know, probably another push on his end. We'll go Ice Spirit here. We'll go with Witch up high, helping take out that Mega Knight. And we'll go with the Hog Rider with the Evil Bomber here. And if he goes with the guards, that's going to give me a really good lineup, forcing out arrows. Really nice there. We're going to go arrows ourselves to take that out. We'll go with the Inferno Tower to take out his Hog Rider, which is going to struggle against the Inferno Dragon, but that's all good. We are going to be in a really, really solid position here. I'm just going to go and drop Earthquake and just cycle him out at this point. I don't think there's really that much he can do. Yeah, just 2 rounds of this should be good enough for us. It looks like our opponent's going to give up anyways. He has 28 hit points left on the tower. The Hog Rider is going to help finish that up. All in all, good game, well played. Another dominant match. Let's get on to another one. All right, next match here. Let's keep things rolling. And starting out with Bomber is always a good start. You have so many things to deal with Swarm, so I'm not all that worried about it. It looks like this could be Roll Hog, so we'll have to be careful here. Oh, interesting. Really aggressive there. Valkyrie should do a decent job even, you know, while getting stunned. So we're going to force out a decent amount of elixir here. We're going to arrows this down, cycle to Witch, and all in all, be alright. I know he's got the Skeleton King and whatnot, but hopefully we're able to pull it over so the Witch can kind of help out. Yeah, with all the skeletons spawning, we're going to be a pretty decent spot. Even if he wants to pop that ability, I wouldn't. That would be a pretty bad move, I think, in my opinion. But we're going to go for a Hog Rider here. So if he's going to do that, and that's going to be his main defense, we definitely have the advantage with the Earthquake. One of the benefits of rocking Earthquake with Hog Rider, of course, you know, so many meta decks where that's kind of the case, and you're just cycling and cycling non-stop. So we'll see what he's going to do here. I'm just going to arrows this. Kind of an odd position for us to be in, to be honest. He's going to get some damage, which is totally fine. We'll go Witch here, though. See what he's got now for a win condition. I think that skeleton, that Larry might give him, no, it doesn't give him connection, which is nice. Yeah, that would have really, really sucked there. We'll go with the Valkyrie there. Bomber should do a decent job getting maybe a lineup. Yeah, gets that lineup, which is really nice. And then it's going to walk up a little bit, giving our Evil Bomber an even better lineup there. Really solid stuff. Forcing out a poison. And we almost get that last throw off, but we're going to get a really, really nice connection. We're going to go Earthquake here just to get our Hog Rider to hopefully take out that tower. And I don't mind that Phoenix, you know, locking onto the tower for a bit, because we're going to take out that left side and be in a really good spot moving forward. So he gave up his poison not too long ago. Let's see if he's back to it. I haven't really been keeping track. Our opponent might be rage quitting a little bit. We're just going to go and cycle arrows. We'll go Bomber here, as well as the Ice Spear. So that's going to help take out that Wizard, or the Magic Archer, I should say. We'll go with the Valkyrie here, help keep our Witch alive. And we'll go with the Hog Rider next. We can just drop Earthquake for his Tombstone. That's going to come down at some point. And overall, be in a really good spot. We can continue to drop the Witch here on this right side. Our opponent's not giving up, so kudos to him. But all in all, should be a really, really solid match here, wrapping things up. We'll go Valkyrie here. That should help take out that Magic Archer. The Phoenix Egg actually pushes the Valkyrie closer to the Magic Archer. Probably not what he wanted, but another solid match. Good game, well played. Let's get on to another one. All right, next match here. So keeping things rolling with a really, really fun Hog Rider deck. Going Hog Rider just to start out at the beginning is totally fine. We have Ice Spirit here. I'm probably going to want to cycle Bomber as well. But yeah, we'll drop the Ice Spirit right here on the Flying Machine. If we drop it at the right time, I think we will only give up 1 hit, which is not too bad overall. We'll go Witch here. Again, I'm not worried about air defense because you have the Inferno Tower for a balloon, or just, you know, a Lava Hound for that sort. So All in all, pretty solid. The one downside of the deck that you're seeing right now is you don't have a heavy spell to take things out like the wizard or just to help damage things down. But the witch is splashing on the tower and the wizard and taking the wizard out. Oh my gosh, that's pretty wild stuff. We're gonna go Hog Rider. You can't bank on that happening all the time, but you know, should be pretty good overall. So we'll go Inferno Tower here and we'll have to get a little creative here. I'm gonna go with the Ice Spirit here and keep our Inferno Tower alive and just keep him on defense for a little bit, you know, preventing him from wanting to go on offense or going with arrows. That's totally fine too. If we can get that out of cycle and, you know, punish him with a evil bomber, that would be really, really nice. I'll go with the witch here though, and which should help us take out that pretty easily or force out the lightning, which I'm totally fine with as well. I'm gonna go Valkyrie here to basically tank for that flying machine, and then we're gonna go Hog Rider because he gave up a lot of elixir to go lightning there. I know he's got the evil wizard and whatnot, but we should be able to be pretty solid. We get that Valkyrie swing, which is nice. Hog Rider doesn't get his last hit off, so something for us to keep in mind here. This is gonna get a little bit interesting. We'll do this here, and we're just gonna arrows this down once everything kind of pops. I did drop the Inferno Tower one tile too far back, so the wizard's just gonna go to town on it, but overall we should be in an okay spot here. I don't know why he's thinking we're gonna go that way, because we're definitely not, and we're gonna be able to cycle pretty quickly back to another Inferno Tower. So that's exactly what we're gonna do here. And we'll go Valkyrie up high just to buy our Inferno Tower some time, and all we need on that side is basically a Earthquake and arrows, or just a Hog Rider swing would work too. And yeah, that's not going to stop it in time, so we're going to be in a pretty good spot. Fly Machine walks into range, and all in all, we should be in a good spot here. We're going to go Ice Spirit here, kind of break that up. And then we'll go with the Valkyrie here to clean up that wizard. And all in all, really, really solid stuff. That the witch actually got healed by the skeletons, allowing us to survive that lightning. Really, really solid stuff. Let's get on to another one. All right, last match here. We've just been absolutely dominating the whole time. And we're going to keep things going here. Ooh. All right, was not expecting Royal Hogs just kind of just like that. But all in all, we should have a pretty decent matchup against this. So we're gonna go Hog Rider here. We can drop Earthquake on the cannon and we'll be in a good spot. We take out the skeletons as well, and he has to go for a Ice Spirit as well as the delivery, and we're gonna get a lot of damage here. This deck tends to be pretty light. If you have the Earthquake, you're gonna be in a good spot with this matchup. So we'll do this here. We're gonna go with the witch. He doesn't have a big spell in this deck. At least that's what they typically run, so we'll be in a good spot to defend this and not have to worry about clumping things up. They've got Earthquake typically in the deck, so we're going to go Hog Rider right here, which is pretty aggressive, but I really want to see if I can, you know, get the tower down or almost down and be in a really good spot heading into Double Elixir. Of course, we have a bunch of splash damage, so this shouldn't be that much of a problem for us. You know, that right side tower is basically an Earthquake range. So again, we're just going to focus up on defending this next set of Royal Hogs, depending on when he wants to send it. That's fine. We'll just Earthquake this. Yeah, so he's going to go for Archer Queen, which is going to be a little bit challenging because, we don't have a heavy spell. We don't have delivery. We don't have Barb Barrel. So when it goes invisible, it will be a little bit challenging for us, I have to say. Let's go Witch here. And we're going to go for the Ice Spirit as well, and we should be in okay spots. It's gonna walk up and tank, so works out in some sense. So yeah, Archer Queen's not gonna be that much of a threat, to be honest, so we're gonna get ready for Double Elixir here. We'll go with the Evil Bomber to get that connection. We'll go with Earthquake as well. Evil Bomber survived through that barrage, which is really nice. That nerf may be starting to get felt, but we'll go with the Valkyrie here, go with the Ice Spirit as well. And I don't want to spend too much elixir unless he's going to do something like that, you know, which is totally fine. He's probably going to want to maximize that Archer Queen. We'll go with the Witch here in case he pops the ability. He doesn't pop the ability, which is a little surprising. We'll go Hog Rider here, and we'll keep the pressure up. We'll go with the Earthquake. We'll go Bomber as well to take the hit. And we're going to force out a Ice Spirit there, which is pretty nice. Let's go Inferno Tower here. We're going to go Valkyrie as well. That's not going to cause any damage to us for the most part. We'll go with the Ice Spirit here as well. And all in all, that starting, you know, exchange that we had absolutely caused us to dominate this match. Really, really solid stuff. Again, if you go up against a deck like this, you have the Earthquake for his cannon. And if you are able to, you know, wait for their first wave of offense and then use this to your advantage, you're going to absolutely destroy a deck like this. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you guys did, please like, comment, subscribe for more, and I'll see you next time.